here we go. I am on my third latte of the day, and back at Boulder City. I don't remember which way I'm going. Oh yeah, I was going up north. Let me just share the stream to my buddies. I don't even know who all's awake right now. Alright. So I'm heading northwest-ish because I am looking for the 188 so I can get my girl and I can abandon this boy. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I said that. My girl's name is Veronica, that's why she's in the thumbnail. Again, her. Okay, so it's either, it's at one of these little cross sections here. Oh hey, it's literally right here. Cool. Hey Pluto. How you doing? How you doing? Okay. So you see her right there? Not those sinuses left, the one right here. Looking all sad and lonely.
Hey.
That's my girl. I love her. Hi!
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from?
The grave.
Huh. Well, in that case, I take it back. You look pretty good, given the circumstances.
Thank you.
Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground.
You, live in a hole in the ground?
Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way.
I agree.
But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family. Whatever they need.
Cool, so you just leave your family in the bunker?
Yeah, I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
And
totally.
actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway.
Aw.
But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level?
Sure, go ahead.
I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them?
I'm not smart enough for that. Okay, so I'm not smart enough to actually tell. I'm real dumb for this playthrough. So I would say I know who they are, but I don't really care about their agenda.
Yeah, it's pretty far out, right? Fixating on old technology just doesn't seem very relevant to most people's lives. Hey, so where are you headed anyway?
Well, I'm currently heading to the strip.
Ooh, very exciting. Gonna strike it rich, huh?
Not really.
I'll be honest, you're the first person I've run across out here that looks like she can really handle herself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together, help each other out.
She really does act like she's also like sweet and harmless. And she's literally one of the most badass companions in the game. So you don't look much. What do you bring to the table?
Good. That's the look I was going for. Trust me on this one, though. You'll be glad you brought me along. If I turn out to be a burden, we can part ways at any time. No hard feelings.
Don't you have a family?
Like I said, they can handle themselves. And I'm not the only one getting supplies for them. It's a big
I know
family.
literally every word to that song because if I can not drop stuff, because of this game, I have listened to it so many times. I literally cannot play this game without the radio going, otherwise I'll just go crazy. Where are you hoping to go?
Oh, nowhere in particular, really. Just hoping to see more of the world. Looking for a fresh perspective. I want to see how different groups have adapted to survive in the Mojave. See if there's something I can learn from.
Cool. I'd like to
Aw, you really know how to make a girl feel like a stray cat.
Sorry.
But, okay, my offer stands. If we run into each other again.
You know what? Go away. I'll talk to you later.
What is it?
I think we should part ways. For
If
now.
that's what you think.
Yeah, that's what I think. You should head back home.
Alright. Guess I'll be around Novak for a while longer until I figure out what I want to do with myself. See you around.
Goodbye.
Couldn't get enough of talking to me the first time, huh?
I'm ready to travel with you.
Good. I'd hoped you'd come around. Shall we?
Let's go.
Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I asked you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know, but I had to know how you react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along?
Actually, I'm more comfortable now that I know you've had some training.
I'm great at punching people. I'm not gonna lie. It's a gift.
I love her.
Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand.
See,
Let's hit the road, huh?
normally, I wouldn't really like Brotherhood people. She is the exception because she doesn't believe in their, like, poor beliefs or whatever. She wants to change it for the better and, like, kind of modernize it. I love her. She's not racist, basically.
Hey,
Alright, Michelle.
welcome to the 188 Slop and Shop. How can I help you?
Her voice always trips me up.
Have a look. Give me a shout if you need anything else.
Okay, so, who are you?
Name's Michelle. My dad and me run this store. His name's Samuel.
For a second there.
I take the day shift and he takes nights. We came here about a month ago when Prim went to hell on account of the prison break north of there. Found a bin to call home and set up shop.
So, I'm not gonna be rude, so I'm gonna go.
Bye.
Bye. Ah, look at her. I love her. Let's talk to her.
What's up?
I have some questions I wanted to ask
He was
you.
dead when I got there.
So, tell me about the Brotherhood of Steel.
It pays like ass, but it's hard to get other work with my skill set. What do you want to know?
So, what's their purpose?
Good question. These days, it's hard to say. Once upon a time, it was about technology, controlling it so it couldn't destroy us again. Energy weapons and power armor are usually tops on our list, although I appreciate anything that's vintage. But that all seems so limited now. We haven't grown or adapted, and now we're stuck in a hole, not carrying out our mission.
See what I mean? She's literally the best. So, how'd you get to be a member?
More sexual favors than I can even count. I am still tired from it. No, actually, you're born into it. My parents, their parents, so on. When you're young, you can choose to leave, but it's home, so most people don't. We don't take on new members, really. You can do the math on our long-term prospects based on that point. I keep hoping we'll change that.
I love how much she's so smart. Okay, so what do you do for them?
I'm a procurement specialist. Like I said, it's basically grocery shopping, except sometimes the groceries are scavenged parts and arcane technology. The elder who brought us to the Mojave, Father Elijah, usually had me looking for these old memory units, but he'd never tell me what they were for. Nowadays, I'm usually sent to do business with traders at places like the 188, but sometimes I think it's just to keep me out of everyone's hair.
So she and the Father Elijah she just mentioned comes into huge play whenever it comes to the Dead Money quest, the DLC. So, do you like being a member?
I know sometimes I sound like I don't. I know. But there's something that still rings true to me about our code. There's an honor to it. We're protecting people. Even if it's from themselves, it's a good cause. We just lose sight of the big picture sometimes. Treat all our practices with the same sacredness.
Alright, so what's the codex?
Ah, the Codex. If it's in there, we have to abide it. If it's not important. It documents our history, too. Part of what scribes like me do is update it. I wonder... Nah, they'd probably catch it if I rewrote the Founder's axioms.
So, does the Brotherhood protect people from raiders or other threats?
No. We only protect people from themselves, and only in the sense that we don't let them have the really good pre-war toys. And sometimes it's more like we protect ourselves from them and hope to outlive them and become humanity's sole heirs. We've had people go rogue, though, and start helping people. One chapter had a small civil war over it. We take our isolationism seriously.
That is a reference to Fallout 3. With Elder Lyons. So who's Father Elijah?
He was our elder when we came east. A wizard with technology, really. His mind just worked that way, naturally. I learned a lot from him. But he started having disagreements with the other elders. The Brotherhood's interest is in old technology. He wanted to explore developing new tech. And there were other ways he wanted to push, other weapons, ones with ethics questions attached. Rather than deal with him, they sent him east.
So I will talk to her more later
Let's.
on, but so if I'm going to Vegas, I should keep following this path. Let me check my map. Yeah, keep going north until I get around here. Yeah, that right there, Vegas. You know, honestly, the idea of it just being like a lone civilization that's all bright and beautiful and it's just a monument to like sin and vice and whatever. It's not that different from like modern Vegas from what I've heard, like in a desolate wasteland called the Mojave Desert. Pretty interesting. I've written paragraphs about this game before. It's just so good. Right now I'm not really doing much though. I'm like ignoring the quest I've been taking on. I thought there would be a little notification. Oh, this is definitely a location. Don't know where it is. Oh, Robo Contact. Hey, there's a Robo Boy. Hello, Robo Boy.
How may I serve you, mistress?
Alright, goodbye. You have nothing to tell me about. I'll probably come by later. Let's get out of these bushes. I thought that I could just walk through those. That monorail right there, that thing, it goes from McCarran, which is right there, to the far end of the strip. It's just a way to get up there. Let's see. I wonder if this is tied to the other, to the other train station I was looking at. Ooh, focus packets. Cigarettes, camera. I'm not sure these were 40. Just
What's up? Step into my office.
I can make some recycling energy cells, I guess.
See your...
So the way I went is a huge, like, roundabout way to get to Vegas. That's only because the other way is, like, completely run over with Deathclaws, and Deathclaws are really hard to fight in this game. They're not like in Fallout 4 or 3 where they're not as bad. Come on, give me the notification that I have made it over here. There's a big fight.
Hey!
Oh, fiend. Ugh. Okay, so... That's close.
You like the sight of your own blood? No! You like the sight of your own blood?
Yeah, see, she's so cool. She's going... Cool, I got a achievement.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
She really wants a dress. That's all she wants. I love her. I don't use these, so here, hold this.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. New Vegas. Thank you very, very much for listening. All the latest news coming your way right now. Patrons of the Ultralux are questioning whether its pricey restaurant, the Gourmand, is overstating the
no.
fullness of its
I
waitlist.
forgot that sometimes if you give her
Those who
something
claim to have
that's better
dined at
than
the restaurant
the
find
thing
the
she
food
currently has,
appealing, but say many tables remain empty.
bruh.
One more story for you. The death toll continues to climb around Camp Forlorn Hope, where Legion raiding parties are still chipping away at the NCR's hold south of the dam. We'll have more news for you at the top of the hour. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from me to you.
From the NCR versus the Fiends, I believe. Yeah, they have so much trouble with them.
You like that?
When a single person could wipe them out. A single person being me. Oh, that's useful. Here, take this laser gun. You're better with laser guns than I am.
Does jumping at the... Yes! You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. How much damage do these do? Alright, hello.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
The patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. That's this game's version of, I used to be an adventurer like you before I took an arrow to the knee. This kind of reminds me of that picture where it's like the cop standing in front of a spray painting that says, fuck cops. Yeah, the NCR aren't very well liked around here. This is the location. Yeah. This is the location. I don't feel like messing with that. But around here, this direction, there's some stuff. Oh, with some nice sharecroppers fields. I hope I won't be questioning morality and capitalism today. I see. Man, I'm looking over here and I'm seeing some bad lag. I have no idea how to fix that. Let me just try something else. Quick.
To the town of our free rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip.
Oh, here's kind of this place has some weird stuff.
Many men had tried to
Hello.
take him
Hello, potential. Welcome, sir or madam. Do you wish to purchase something?
Yes, show me what you have. What's there?
I am ready to process our transaction.
Now the stranger started talking, made it plain for folks around. Was an Arizona ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead. And he said
I don't have
it
enough
didn't
money
matter, he was
for any of the really good stuff. I like looking at them.
after Texas Red.
This one. Gehenna is a really cool like sword.
But the outlaw didn't worry, men that tried before a day. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron.
Bye.
Come back and see us again soon.
Will do. Have to make some more
The
cups.
morning passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet. It
Okay.
was 20
Up
past
here
11
is
when
the
they
east
walked out in
entrance,
the
I
street.
believe.
Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was
Yeah. So I want to go into North Gate.
There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still up about today.
Caravan. They have issues.
Texas red and not cleared leather for a bullet barely ripped.
Ah, there
And
we
the
go.
ranger's aim
North
was
Gate.
deadly with the big iron on his stick. Big
Look at
iron
these
on
dudes.
his stick.
What's up?
So, why do you look like that?
There before them lay the body of
Okay, this
the
was not that
outlaw on
bad.
the ground.
But, this
Oh,
one.
he might have went on living,
Hey, dude.
but he made one fatal slip
This one's kind
when
of
he
cute. Though.
tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his stick.
He's not my favorite.
Big iron, big iron.
See these dudes?
Evening.
When he tried to match the
They,
ranger with the big
they're like
iron on his
bodyguards,
stick.
whatever.
Big iron on his head.
Oh, watch this. This is really cool.
To Radio New Vegas, the little jukebox in the Mojave West. Mr. New Vegas, and I'm here for you. Well, you know what that means, folks. Time for some
Thanks, lady.
Yeah, he goes and eats the
troubling
rat
news
because
from
the poor
Trim,
kid's like
as
starving.
merchants report a large
Well,
presence
now
of
he's
armed and
glitching, I
secret
guess, and
figures
not being
patrolling the town.
now.
Residents are nowhere to be found. Moving on. Patrons of the Ultra Lux are
This is the
questioning
Mormon
whether
Fort. This
its
is where the
pricey
Fellows of the
restaurant,
Apocalypse
the
are.
Gourmand, is
They're cool.
overstating the fullness of its wait list. Those who claim to have dined at the restaurant find the food appealing, but say many tables remain empty. That's all for now. This is Mr. New Vegas saying, I'm just no good without you. Yes, baby, Bing Crosby reminding us of those times when you absolutely have to kiss the person you love. Something's gotta give. Up next.
When there is a festival for such as you,
Oh,
meets an old
Had enough? You like that?
you can bet just sure as you live.
yeah, get him. Don't have anything good on him. Well, makes sense. Hello.
What?
Rotface, my beloved. Hey, how you doing? Oh, don't run away.
Hey, buddy, spare a cap? I can make it worth your while.
Yes, yes, here you go.
The first thing you should know is that Freeside is run by a pack of yahoos that call themselves the Kings. Their leader, who oddly enough calls himself the King, currently has his hands full trying to prevent an all-out riot in Freeside. That's 2 tips, but what the hell? You're a new customer, so the extra one's on me. Wanna hear another?
Yes, here you go.
The Strip is run by the 3 families, who owe their allegiance to Mr. House. When he first showed up, he gave the local tribes the choice of working with him or getting the hell out of his way. Given how things turned out, I know which way I'd have gone. But hindsight's 20/20, right? What do you say? Want another tip?
Yes, here you go.
The NCR used to run a prison to the southwest, but something happened a little while back, and now all you'll get is hard looks if you ask about it. That one was pretty good, right? How about another?
Or maybe another time I do
I understand. Well, have a good day.
I will give you all my money.
Several unidentified aircraft were spotted flying over the REPCON test site by a local crackpot. He spoke to a toll
That's enough of that.
prestigious ghouls and rockets looking for a land to call their own. Don't you laugh at me. I know a spell that'll make you show your true form. Cave Rat taught it to me. You know, I think
You
all
always forget about,
whether it's good or
Noir.
bad, brings us closer together. Don't you? More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
Let's see. I got spiked knuckles. Can I do anything with those? Let's see. Ooh, nice DPS. What does my current thing have? Oh, I'm using it. Okay, what is my reductive? Oh, this is so much better. Hell yeah. And it's faster, and I can... Cool. I need to bring up my use my unarmed skill a lot more anyway. That's what this character's for. Care about this kid too, because he's not in the...
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
Hey kid.
Stop by Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs, ma'am.
Hi.
How's it going?
Hello.
The pump is property of the king. You'll need to pay if you want a drink.
Okay, good. I don't want to drink. Okay, so... Nice. Here. Come here.
What's up?
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Extra equipment.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
I don't have anything good for you right now. But I do have some crap for you. Here. carry all my freaking batteries, because I won't need them till later.
Over here.
Sensor modules, that's what I needed. Sensor modules, scrap electronics, and fusion battery.
Uh-oh.
Now, I'll deal with this one later. I need to bring up my hacking. Oh, I don't have a high enough science. Yeah, I doubt I'll ever bring my science high enough because I am a dumb character this time. And that is for one reason only. Comedy. Cool, cleared up. Oh, forgot about these old ladies.
Lucky what we have here, ladies. Another unsuspecting Ponce.
Over here! You like that? You like that?
Nice.
Also, NCR corrected facilities that were under prisoner control following a successful riot. Almost should avoid anyone who looks like they've done time. Mojave, no problems. Am I right? Have you ever been in love with a celebrity? Now come on, you don't have to be shy. I feel it between us two. Sometimes you can't help being mad about the boy.
Okay. Nope, that wasn't a yawn. Nope, I'm fine. Okay, so I've explored all the chunks of this side of Reese I don't want to explore now. So I'm gonna go over to the other side of Freeside, to this door over here. Which there are more doors. There's like a big old gate, but I like going through this one because it's closest.
Though I'm quite aware that here and there are traces of...
Yeah, see over here is where the Silver Rush is. And the Atomic Wrangler. The Atomic Wrangler is best known for some very fun quests. This should be Garrett, I want to say. Yeah.
I've got my eye on you.
Yeah, James Garrett.
Welcome to the Atomic Wrangler. What can I get you?
Well, do you have any more things?
We've got the basics covered, but now you mention it, we have had unusual requests from some of our wealthier customers. If you can recruit escorts to match these customers' proclivities, I'd be willing to pay you finder's fees.
Okay, what sort of proclivities are we talking
Our
about?
wealthiest client has a thing for ghouls and a thing for cowboys. He wants an escort who can satisfy both fetishes. Plenty of customers have said they'd be willing to pay extra for a suave talker, someone who can fake the boyfriend experience real good. And then there's these disgusting robot fetishists you may have heard about. Well, those creeps want a sex bot. If you ever run across a sex bot, not that I'd ever want one within 100 feet of me, but I gotta be a businessman about it.
I'll expect 100 caps minimum for each candidate every night.
Just don't rough up the merchandise before delivery. You break it, you bought it.
Surely these escorts are critical to your business. How about double?
Okay, you got yourself a deal. Find escorts to fill the positions, and I'll pay double.
I'll see if I run across any suitable candidates.
Just direct them to the Wrangler. I'll pay you when they show up.
Alright, so goodbye.
Yep.
One of my favorite quests is Kaya again. I swear. That's why I was talking about that one robot.
The Silver Rush. Lasers, plasma, pistols, grenades.
They're really cool. I'll talk to them later. Just yeah. And I'll be doing some quests for them here because I really like them. Did I just get attacked? Oh, wrong. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, what is someone? Hello, boy.
I got you now. You like that? You like that? You look new to Freeside, so here's a little advice, friend. Don't go past the Southgate greeter without talking to it first.
Oh yeah, why wouldn't I want to go past the greeter?
Those bots are programmed to vaporize anyone who enters the fenced-in area without authorization from the greeter.
Thanks for your advice. Who are you?
The name's Old Ben. I've been living in Freeside since the day I was born.
What's your story?
I've done a bit of everything around here. Courier, butcher, crier, escort, gun for hire. Some of which I'm not proud of, but I do my best to help around town when needed.
Courier? Hey, I used to be a courier before I got shot in the head.
Exactly one of the reasons I got out of that job. Too many shifty characters looking to have someone else move their hot items.
So, butcher, what did you...
My father ran a butcher shop here in town, but business went downhill when another vendor started selling this strange meat at half our prices.
That sounds odd.
You're telling me. Not long after my father's shop went under, and he passed away from the loss, people around town started experiencing shakes. No one gets shakes like that unless they're eating human flesh. But no one would believe me. The sick bastard gradually went insane and passed away. Wasn't long before someone moved into the guy's place and found half-buried human remains in the crawl space. I didn't bother saying told you so.
So, crier, what was that job?
After a while, I made enough money to get a passport into Vegas. Back then, you could get approved for entry for a fraction of what it costs now. Well, I got a job working as a crier outside of the Tops, advertising for the local talent performing at the casino. That didn't last long.
Oh yeah, what happened?
Well, being a suave young guy, I chatted up the ladies from time to time, and one of the manager's girls started to take a liking to me. I never touched a woman, but the jealous prick decided it was my time to go. He framed me by saying I'd stolen from the casino. Sure enough, a few grand was missing from the casino vault. I have to assume the bastard stole the funds and figured I was a convenient fall guy.
Ugh, that's horrible.
Yeah, but what can you do? I was stripped of my casino apartment and all of my belongings, and booted back into Freeside. From there, I didn't have a lot of career options, as my rep was destroyed. So the escort job sort of fell into my lap. No pun intended.
Oh, so you say escort like non-guard?
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way, but I was packing a whole different kind of heat. No, escort just sounds better than man-whore.
Oh.
Yep. I was damn good at my job, too. But after a while, I just felt like a piece of meat and had to quit.
Yeah, fair. So, gunfire.
When I quit the escort job, I had enough money to buy a pistol belt and some other gear. Bodyguards make a good, honest living, and I had the wits and physical build to handle most thugs. After saving a few tourists from trouble, I got a reputation for being a stand-up guy again, and after a decade, managed to save up enough to retire. All right.
Goodbye.
Talk to you later.
Oh, watch this guy. See, this is why he told us not to run past.
Watch out!
Yeah, they go overkill. Oh, hey, Noah, is that you watching? Yeah, that is you. Hey! Sorry if there are issues. I have no idea how to fix them. Aside from internet stuff, and I know nothing about internet stuff. And I can't actually change what internet I'm on right now. Look, I got my girl. Hey! Oh. Totally killed freaking, what's his name? Freaking Legion dude. Apex.
What do we have here? Another petitioner for the king?
Yes, I'd like to see the king.
Anything's possible, I suppose. How much is it worth to you to meet the big man?
Is 500 caps enough?
Whoa! I mean, yeah. Well, that should do. The king will see you now. Head on through. He's the bored-looking guy by the stage. Can't fucking miss him.
The king would mess up your pronouns once, and then never do it again after you correct him. This man is a true ally. I love him. I sit here.
All right. I'll see you later.
Hey.
Look, Rexy. Someone new's come to see us.
He's a bro.
Poor boy. He hasn't been feeling well lately.
Oh.
I'm the king. What can I do for you?
Do you always charge people to come talk to you?
Charge? Pays must be at it again. What did he take you for?
500 caps.
You're kidding me, right? No, from the look in your eye, I can tell you're not kidding. Wow, you should really be more careful with your money.
Yeah, I know, but it's
Here, this should cover it, so there's no hard feelings.
Ooh.
Now, I'm guessing you really wanted to talk business if you were willing to drop that much cash to see me. Now, what can I do for you?
So I figured you might have some work for me.
Maybe so. Maybe so. You look like you might be able to handle yourself. Tell you what, you do me a favor, and I'll have some more work for you when it's done. Sound good?
What do you need me to do?
I'll start you off with something easy. Did you notice the bodyguards for hire near the gates when you entered Freeside?
Yes.
It's good money if you can stay alive long enough. Freeside's not as safe as it used to be, so the money is well earned. Usually well earned, that is. Recently, my man told me that one of those bodyguards, a fellow named Oris, is making a little too much money. He's making a killing in repeat business. Once someone hires him, they never want anyone else. I want you to find out why. Specifically, I want you to hire him. Play the part of an innocent tourist and follow his lead. If nothing happens, so be it. But I'm guessing things won't go so smoothly. Call it a hunch. So, what do you say?
So, sure.
Okay then. Once you part ways, return here. I'll look forward to hearing your report. Oh, and take this to cover the hiring cost.
Cool. Hi, Rex. Okay. So, Diablos.
Personal space meaning anything to you, lady?
2,000 caps. $200 for hiring this man.
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs. Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
So, maybe something for perception. This should be enough of a perception to actually do this quest. Hey,
If you need to cross Freeside, no one will keep you safer than I will.
Oh, how much for your service?
200 caps gets you my watchful eye for a trip to the South Gate.
Okay, I'll hire you.
Done and done. I want to mention a few things up front. We'll be heading down the main street here the whole way down. No detours. You go off sightseeing, and I go off to find another customer.
Cool.
I'll keep a brisk pace, so try not to fall behind. Now let's head out. To your left here is the old Mormon fort. You get roughed up, the followers there will patch you right up. Not that I ever need their services. Up ahead on the next block is where the Kings hang out. Don't let them scare you.
We've got stuff
They
we're
don't
not even
outnumber you
allowed to
5 to
sell,
1.
people. Only...
Down to the right here is the fun part of town. You haven't seen Freeside till you've been to the Wrangler. Hey, slow down. I don't like the look of some of those men ahead. Let's take a different way around.
Alright.
Gotcha. Thought you could ambush us, huh?
3 bullets, 4 bodies.
Nothing to worry about. If you had hired one of those other hacks, you'd be up to your ass in lowlife right about now.
Why do you want to have...
Call it a hunch. You do this job for long enough, and you learn to trust your instincts.
Some of this doesn't seem right.
You're imagining things. It's just the rush of adrenaline caused by your near brush with death. Luckily for you, I was here, so there's no reason to get out of sorts.
Let's keep moving.
My thoughts exactly. Time is money, after all.
Okay, that's it. This isn't famous enough to put up with this shit. Let's just kill this one and be done with it.
Don't